and real life. Which should mean that audio sounds pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep talking so I can check to make sure that the audio sounds good. Because otherwise, okay, yada 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 yada. Okay, that should work. It. The headphone is all squish. This is weird. Fix. Yes, silly. Um, okay, there we go. Okay, so that's running perfectly. Did I like it? Did I like my? No, I did not. Who? What kind of a person am I? I did not like my own live stream. Okay, so hair looks good. Back you can see that. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. Should I just start texting people? Let's wait. Just pull up the list of things to talk. That's not it. Here it is. Wow. There's a lot, man. A lot happened this month. I'm excited because I have content to talk about. Okay, so just triple check the background. Hi! Hi, Chris. How are you? Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you could make it. I am so glad you could make it. I'm gonna really quickly text some of the peeps and let them know I'm live. I'm live. I'm gonna just copy paste this to make it even faster. But yes, how have you been, YTC? It has been ages. Yeah, you were there last live stream, right? Pretty sure. Right? Oh, well, nope, I just missed him. Chat. Oh, wait, I knew I was forgetting. I forgot to tell my dad. Darn it. Oh, hi, Dad. I completely forgot to remind you. Hope you can make it. Man, this is such quality content right here. Okay, so Chris is here. I texted Yakun here. I texted my friend Emma. I texted Dad. Oh. I'm gonna. There's someone else I need to. Whoa. I cannot talk and text at the same time. My dad's friend Joe. I told him about this, but I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. So let's find out. Oh, a text, a message. Hang on. Hi. I'm live streaming now. Hope you can. I'm so sorry, Chris. That was supposed to be an exclamation point. I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm almost done. I just want to make sure everyone can make it and they all remember. Here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, there we go. I texted everyone, so theoretically everyone should know that this is live. And I'm so sorry about that. You just watched me for about 3 solid minutes doing nothing but what the heck? Nothing but text. Such a content-rich stream. Anyway, from yours truly, Chris, a lot has happened since the last live stream. I went to San Antonio for my grandpa's funeral. He was a believer, but not a trip I wanted to make. hmm yeah, that's really sad. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I'm also very grateful that he was a believer. In fact, oh, okay. So my dad's friend Joe can't make it. He's at a Bible study. I didn't know there was one today. Perfect. Anyway, but yes, I'm very sorry to hear that, Chris. Because I actually also uh, was at a funeral 2 Days ago, yes. It sounds like the flute from Willy Wonka. That's just the built-in sound effect for my phone. Maybe they stole it. I don't know. But yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm glad he was a believer though. You see, yeah, 2 days ago I was also at a funeral. A friend of a friend's cousin passed away unexpectedly. He was pretty young. I think he was less than 30, like 29 or 28 or something like that. And it's debatable whether he was a Christian. So it was, more somber. It was a very sober, I think that's how you say it, yeah, a very sobering, you know, the funeral. But the people talking about it made it seem like maybe he was a Christian, but I don't know. My mother said that he posted things on Facebook that weren't Christian, so who knows? But yeah, seems yeah, interesting. That was that's been yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this would be the live stream talking about funerals? But yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, Chris. Mm, Yeah, I remember when my grandpa died. I think I talked about it on live stream too. Mm, But yeah, were you close with your grandpa? Because yeah, I'm interested. What did he do for a living? Because yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. But yeah. Seems seems like a very sober month, where it's I mean some good things have happened, but also some sad things it seems. Mhm. So yeah, I will wait a couple more minutes to make sure everyone can make it, and then I guess I'll start jumping on the things that have happened in my life. A couple pretty good things, I would say. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Excuse me, if I do this, but yeah. If anyone else is watching and they haven't said anything, uh, feel free to. Aha! Good. Yeah, I've been here. Good news. I'm listening. Bad news. I'm driving. I'll let you know when I reach my destination. Okay, good. Yeah. So yeah. Focus on driving. That's the most important thing. We saw him once every 5 years or so. Thus, we didn't get to see him that often. He always sent me birthday cards growing up. He was retired. He was retired military. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Hi all. Oh, hi Dad. Hi. We're talking about funerals because yeah, yours truly, Chris's grandpa passed away this month, sadly. Yeah. My grandpa was also ish in the military. He was a doctor who somehow carried the rank lieutenant in the Navy. I'm not sure how, but somehow he carried a rank in the Navy. So yeah, that's just yeah, yeah. But also, I know the feeling, Chris, because yeah, we didn't get to see my grandpa that much either. He lived in yeah, like I mentioned, all those months, like those years ago. He lived in Boston, so he would come down for Christmas. He had a 21 gun salute at his burial, and I got to be a what? A pallbearer? That is so cool. A 21 gun salute. So that means that like actual soldiers like did the into the sky. That that is that is a cool way to honor someone. You know, I salute. But yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling though of wishing you could hang out with them more. Because we got to see my grandpa before he died, but it still was painful because he only came down for Christmas, and that was basically it. And he would stay like one day. He would drive all the way from Boston, Massachusetts to Ohio in one sitting, hang out with us, and then the next day leave. So he was a remarkable man. But yeah, I feel your pain not getting to really know him. Because you see all of your friends and they're like they have cool grandparents who are there for them, and it's like you don't really have that. So yeah, you're not alone in those feelings. So, how has y'all been? I mean, yeah, how have you been, Yakuin? Well, I mean, you don't answer if you're driving, Yakuin. Here, just cruise on. Just get home safely because that's what's important. So yeah, how have you been, Dad? And how have you anyone else who's here who hasn't said anything? You can text me if you have to. Yakuin here sent a car emoji. I'm knowing you, Yakuin here. I'm surprised you're not on the Magic School Bus. I just got to admit, like I was expecting that in my head when I saw the car emoji. I was expecting the, seatbelts, everyone. Please let this be a normal fair trip with the freezing now. Like, oh my gosh, I could watch that show forever. Nothing new. Sick of the rain. Yes, yes. I mean, it's been nice. I kind of like the rain only in the sense that it's keeping everything cold, not freezing, but not boiling. So I appreciate it. But yeah, it is tiring. It is tiring, especially, wearing glasses. But enough about me. I feel the narcissism flowing out of me, so I'm gonna stop that. So yeah, what's the question I have asked yet? What's a question that I could ask to everyone? Hmm. Because yeah, I do have like the set like questions, and then I just stick to them, and I don't ask anything else. So let's ask something totally weird. Oh yeah, okay. Here's a question. Here's a really weird question. What are your ideas for kid names? This is a question that I've had in my head, not really wanting to, like, not, there's no specific group that I wanted to ask, but did you meet everyone you remembered at the service of Evan? I think. Yeah, yeah, I met a decent amount of people. People I didn't know and people I did. And for those who don't know, I guess we can say his name. Yeah, Evan was someone my mother knew, and when he was like a toddler, basically, who then died. I don't remember how old he was, but young, like a little older than I was. So yeah, it was very sad to hear that he passed. I wish I knew him, but I got to see a bunch of people that I was not expecting this. I saw the pastor of my dad's old church, and it was nice to be able to reacquaint myself with him. I saw my friend P. I've mentioned him before. I think I called him just the letter P. No, PK. That's what I call him. PK. Yeah. So I got to see him again, and that was nice. Yeah, it was funny. I have like 10 Blind Cow shirts and 3 shirts exactly like yours. When I put on my white dress shirt for the funeral, that you might be a homeschooler, words were showing right through. So it's like a white shirt, but then like you can see like a ghost text of you might be a homeschooler if you're wearing the shirt. I borrowed a white undershirt from my dad to solve the issue. Okay, that's smart. Wait. Oh, he okay. My brain overcomplicated it and said, "Oh, so you wore a white shirt underneath this to then somehow keep the light room from reflecting it." And it's like, no, just wear the white shirt. And then yeah, I overcomplicated things like always. But yeah, but it's still 10 cow shirts. That is commitment. I wish I had that level of commitment because yeah, you gotta promote. You gotta promote the Blimey cow. Yeah. Yeah, what was I going to talk about? I don't remember. Well, it's been a decent amount of time. So, oh right, but right. Before I jump in, I just have to know what are you guys? Excuse me. Why did I burp? I don't know. Just as a random question to break the ice and to try to be different, what is your ideas for your kids' names? Because it's just something I wanted to ask people. I wear Blind Cow shirts under my uniform because I feel blessed by them. Honestly, same. I wear these basically everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm wearing either a Blimey Cow shirt or a Chosen shirt. I gotta promote those two. But yeah, just really quickly, I want to know, like, you, Chris and Dad, and even Yakman here, Zimmerman for a boy. Well, yep. That's a very good name. Hmm. Whoever you name, whose name's gonna be Zimmerman, surely is a very, I don't know, handsome person. I bet. I hope. Just kidding. But yeah, I've had a couple names for like over the seasons, but the one that's kind of stayed for the time being is Gaius, but definitely not as a first name. I would want it to be a middle name it's from the Chosen. If I have kids, I'm gonna name them simple names, nothing fancy or too difficult to pronounce or spell. Agreed. Agreed. I never got that, nor do I ever liked how people are like, I'm gonna name this baby like, you know, Ab City or like the weirdest names out there because it's like this is not a baby. This is a human. A human who's gonna have to file taxes, who's gonna have to pay bills, and the name on that sheet is going to be whatever they choose to name them 50 years ago or whatever the heck. So, you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine like a 75-year-old um um a 75-year-old person named Winter? It's like, what? What? No, they're not babies. They are humans who are starting off as babies. So stop naming them the weirdest things you can think of. I like Richard Paul. Lol, it's also Rick Astley's legal name. That's his. Wait, I thought Rick Astley's legal name was Rick Astley. Astley. I'm not swearing. How about Worf for a boy's name? Worf. That would be cool. Guys is actually who the letter of Third John in the Bible is written to. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's the Bible? Do I not have it? Yes. Wait a minute. Guys is actually who the letter of the Third John in the Bible is written to. I have to find this out now. So you said Third John. We're gonna find this out. I have my Bible right here. Oh wow. To the elder, the elder to the beloved Gaius, whom I love in truth. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Yep, Gaius. I just like it as a middle name, not like a first name, because I don't want to. I want to. I don't know. I just think that would be a little weird as a first name, but as a middle name, I think that would be kind of cool. Rick Astley is a stage name, and the name he grew is a stage name, and the name he grew up with. It's his stage name, but he grew up with it. So, like, his name is Richard, but he wanted people to call him Rick. Okay, I can see that, but what about the Astley part? So it's like, my last name's Paul, but I like going by Astley. It's like, what? I mean, Either way, that is insane. His name's Richard Paul, not Rick Astley. That's insane. Like, my brain just exploded right now. That history facts and everything. Anywho, yeah, it's been about 18 minutes. Astley is his actual last name. Then what? Wait. Okay. I get it now. Astley is his actual last name, but he goes by Richard Paul when he needs a name to go under, so people don't be like, "Aha! That's where he is. Now we can blackmail him or something." Got you. I am learning. Hashtag learning with no G at the end. Anyway, yeah. I think we have a decent amount of things to talk about. So let's jump in. Okay. Okay, in no discernible order. Yeah, I don't really need to talk about that, but okay. I guess I can talk about this. I don't remember when. A couple weeks ago, I went to a family reunion of my dad's side of the family, and it was really neat because I got to see these people that I haven't seen in like 10 years. So I had this weird sense of I know them, but I don't know them. It was like 10 years. So, I was a little kid the last time I saw them. So I like looked at their faces and I was like, yeah, I remember you, but I don't remember anything about you, kind of thing. So it was just really cool. And my cousin was there. I was very surprised by this, but my cousin was at this family gathering. I need to stop touching this. But yeah, my cousin was at this family gathering, and it surprised me because she was, or he was going. I don't know how much I can say, but they were going to a very prestigious college, very far away. Um, so yeah, it was just surprising. I didn't think this person would come back for this family gathering, but there she was, and it was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah, yeah. I got to just hang out with a bunch of these people, and it was nice to reconnect with them. And yeah, I also learned how to play poker because they apparently like when they get together for like group gatherings, they play poker with each other. So yeah, I was able to sit there and just basically watch them play as they're betting like real money, not like an absurd amount, but just $1 bills. But it was really cool. It was really cool. I felt like I actually figured out how to play it as opposed to euchre. Oh my gosh, euchre, that was insane. Oh my gosh, I told you y'all about euchre, right? Did I tell you about euchre? Because I don't remember what I told you last time. So, if in case I didn't tell you, a while ago, like a month or so ish ago, I went to a church thing and they were teaching either basically it was basically a big euchre game, and I've never played before, and this was right before I did my taxes, so I like looked up a video on how to play euchre before we left. Excuse me, and I just Sam Gloves, hi. I like gloves. Hello, Sam Gloves. Who are you? Do you have any disposable gloves? Okay, I think you're a robot. Are you a robot? Who are you? I'm trying to figure out who the heck you are. I didn't mean to like just instantly stop, but like, who in the world are you? You look like someone I know, but at the same time, you don't. So, like, are you a real person? No offense, but like, are you a robot or something? Because that was very very unexpected. Anywho, I'm gonna move on. So I got to try to figure out how to play euchre, but it was so complicated my brain just fried. And then I did my taxes, and comparing the two, taxes were 1,000% easier than learning how to play euchre. I am not a robot, Alfred. I'm not a robot. I'm British. Oh my gosh. Oh, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. That was it. Yeah. No. That was a rumor read. That was such a good movie. But yeah, but when I learned how to play poker, it was like, oh my gosh, I know what to do. Oh my gosh, I can understand this. My brain's not overloaded. Um, yeah. Into this Sam Gloves. If you are real, welcome. If you're not and you're a robot, then kindly get the heck out. No offense. No offense, but if Sam Gloves is a robot, then, we know what to do with them. Remember when I got bots before? Wait, did I get bots or was it Chris? I think it was Chris Howard. I remember sometimes bots would show up on his live stream, and I was like, "Get out the bots!" Just get the heck out, kind of a thing. But have yeah, I've experienced a bot in my life. Hmm. Well, we will be keeping a close eye on you, Mr. Gloves. Anyway, so yeah, move my mouse away from the end stream button. That would be bad. But yes, Rumor Read is an absolute classic. The WW something stream is a classic Chris Howard stream. The WWWW. Ah, I don't remember that one. I don't like. I remember a lot of things happening during those streams, but I don't remember like one titled WWW. I might have missed that one. Rats. Anyway, okay, let's see what else I talked about. It's from 2016. I was not watching Chris Howard live streams in 2016. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Has he returned to streaming? Because I was thinking of him like 2 days ago, and like just I mean, I get it. He has to do college and whatnot, but it's like I've missed that. I really missed that thing. Like that group that just hanging out with all of you guys. It was just I missed it. I miss it so much. Thankfully, I do have a group now of people to talk to. My channel is about gloves as well. Interesting. Okay. Well, okay. I'm just gonna say that if you can't seem to talk about anything about gloves, then I'm just gonna assume you're a bot and remove you. I don't want to risk anything. I don't want anyone's credit cards hacked. So just you're on my radar right now just because you're just kind of I'm a little questionable about you, Mr. Gloves. So yeah, and I have friends to look out for. So yes, you're on my radar. Hmm. Okay, I've missed his streams as well. He's just so busy with college and helping with school finish projects. Yeah, I know. It's just I miss that. I miss the trying to roast him, every week. I needed that. I really needed that at the time. But thankfully, I have a friend group now, so I have other people to roast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I guess I can talk about that. So the basic training thing that I've been doing, it was honestly my favorite part of the week. It was. It was for real my favorite part of the week. Mhm. So the basic training Bible study has been going great. I have not missed a single one, and I'm making friends. And there's actually an emotional moment because, um, yeah, it was yesterday. Uh, the general. He goes. We call him General Jerry because he's dressed up as a general, and it says like Lord's Army on his thing, and it's so he had us go around. Like he asked the question, when did you know that the Holy Spirit was guiding you to do something? And we all started to answer, and I was trying to figure out what to answer, and then I realized that the Holy Spirit, like the most discernible moment in a while, was about going to this whole Bible study. So I told them about it, and then you know I after that a couple minutes passed. They were talking about other things, and then the general or General Jerry said he saw a lot of growth in me for being able to go and hang out with them. And then one of my friends that I made there said, "Yeah, I mean, I've been taking him home, and man, Zimmerman's funny." And it's like, man, I didn't realize how much I needed that because I just it's just been a long time, and like the friends that I haven't seen in ages, and the few that I have, it's like they don't operate the same way. Like they're normal, but they don't. I don't know. Is usually just one on one, so it's never like in a group. So it's like to hear someone refer to me in the third person as a cool person around other people. It's like, whoa, I've never had that happen in like 22 years of being alive. And having an adult guy kind of like say that, it was just, say like he saw a lot of growth in me, and it was just like, I needed that. I don't know. It was super emotional for me, like when I got back home because he wasn't exactly a stable upbringing. So, you know, but it was just like, wow. I don't know. It was just one of those things, It felt like it unlocked something in my heart because, like, whenever I go there, I tend to kind of be super reserved, and like I can't, like, I have to forcefully make myself talk. But after they said that, I felt like I don't know. I felt like I was able to finally like open up that lock, so then I could, you know, like they could see like this side of me that I've kind of like locked up and preserved just because I'm an introvert. So it's like they got to see this part of me that only like the closest friends that I know have, and it's like I don't know. I'm just super grateful. I'm just super, super, super grateful. Because yeah, it's hard for me to open up, and I feel like I did. So it's like, yay! So yeah, that's been fun. I've been introducing some of the people there to the music I listen to, because one of the guys there has been taking me home, and car like yeah, taking me home, and yeah, I've been able to show him my music and whatnot, and I've been enjoying it. You know, going from like such the sheltered, hyper hyper nervous, you know, introvert to finally feeling like I can act like an adult without like, I'm overwhelmed. It's very relieving. Very relieving. Yeah. So what else happened? There was that. That was insane. Okay. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, there's two things. Okay, wait. Can I go? I'm gonna go back a bit because there's a story involving the time that I went to. Oh, I reached my destination and done a quick channel check on Sam's gloves. He seems like a real person and not a robot. He also really does have gloves. Okay, you have been you've been deemed not a robot by a moderator. So yeah, good job, Mr. Gloves. Welcome to the channel. My name is Zimmerman. I didn't mean to just throw all that on you of me like being like, "Hey, I have problems." But yeah, if you yeah, if you stick around and see the monthly live streams, you'll be able to just hang out. Mods during their jobs, thank you. Yep, yep. I am so glad I made you Yakman here a mod. That was the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. Yep, we salute you. And you're actually Chris's grandfather. We salute you too. And we thank you both for your service. Yeah. Okay. What was I talking about? Right. There was a story. Okay. 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 So I forgot to tell you this, but at this, oh, it was for Easter. That was it. I did an Easter. It was an Easter event with my family, with my dad's side of the family, and that's why I hung around with them, learned how to play poker. That was great. But at the end, something really funny happened. So I was sitting at the table doing poker. Or not doing it, but like learning it. And I should be careful not to say that too much, or else this channel might be deleted. But yeah, so I'm sitting there, and my dad says he was there. Dad was there, and he said he was heading out. So I was like, oh, sweet, okay. So we say bye, and I'm continuing to learn about this card game when I need to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. But this is where it gets really silly because then Dad, I didn't realize this, but he didn't leave yet, and he had to go too. So we're both in the bathroom. I don't know how to say this, which makes it like coherent, but basically, Dad thought it was me who was in the bathroom, and it was me in the bathroom. So because he thought it was me, he started goofing off, and he did a really low voice, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, open up," and that actually freaked me out for the only reason that I went to go to the bathroom like hours before, and I saw someone who I didn't recognize and was clearly not part of the family gathering. And that's because the building is like a community building for that development of houses. So most likely it was just someone who lived there who happened to go there. And it was a young guy, about my age, I'd say, but taller. So it kind of was like, oh, okay, this is awkward. So, it was just really weird seeing this person, but then being like, oh, right, housing development. So, because I saw that person, when Dad did his joke voice, I didn't recognize it was Dad. So I started freaking out, like, what the heck is going on? So I started to like freak out. Sounds like a classic dad prank. It was. So like I'm just okay, I'm in a stall. Okay. There's a stall and a urinal right next to each other. Dad's in the urinal. I'm in the stall, so I can't see him. All I hear is this low voice like, "Hey, bud, open up." And I'm like, "What do I do? What the heck do I do?" So I'm thinking, okay, there's like at least 50 witnesses and across the, like a short distance away. So if I had to, you know, so I leave the stall, look to see who it is, and it's Dad. And I'm like, son of a gun, he got me good. So I'm like, okay. So I wash my hands, finish up. And this is where it gets funny, because then I go and sit back down at the poker table. Meanwhile, then Dad leaves the bathroom and sees me at the poker table, and he he walks over to me and says to me, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were in the bathroom." So basically, he thought, since I went to the bathroom first, or somehow I went to the bathroom first, he went in, I came back out, sat down at the poker table, he came back, he thought I was sitting there the whole time, so he was thinking that he just freaked out some random person. So like either a random family member or someone who lived in this housing development. So he comes up and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened." He's whispering this in my ear, and then I say, "That was me." And then he just bursts out laughing. It was so funny and like terrifying, but so funny. Just like he was like, "Oh no, I scared someone," and it's like it was actually me. And it was like, "Oh my gosh, like what kind of timing is this?" Ken, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, you're usually Chris asking the real questions. Ken, what are you doing? It was so funny. Oh my gosh. My dad is one of those people who likes to goof off. Dad got pranked by his own prank. He really did. It was so like the timing was perfect. I go in, he goes in. I leave, sit back down. He thinks that I was there the whole time. It was so funny and yet terrifying in the moment, because it's like, who the heck is like banging on the stall wall, in a housing development, like, "Hey bud," and it's like, what do I do? It was hysterical. Oh my gosh. And the funniest thing I would say was the fact that since I was whispering it to Dad, he just laughed. Meanwhile, everyone at the table who were playing poker just kind of look at him like, "What? Okay." So it's just, uh it was funny. I can't believe how many awkward bathroom incidents I've had in my life. First that, then the thing that I've talked about like eons ago, which I still remember, which I'm not getting back. I'm not telling that story again. But yeah, glad that y'all got that sorted out in the end. Yes, me too. It was the Lord, honestly. But still, oh, funny. It was funny. So yeah. Oh. Next time we hang up, I'll have to say this ain't a low boy say, buddy. You better not, Chris. You better not. That it freaked me out. No offense. And I love a good laugh, but that scared me. Okay, it actually scared me because, like, the last thing you want to happen is to have an encounter. Like an encounter while in the bathroom. So you're in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden some guy might be like, "Hey, bud," it's like, this is awkward, you know? You might have to like slug it out with like your pants down or something. It's like that's not something I want to ever go through again. So please don't, Chris. Let's just next life. Do it in the next life where I know there's no possible chance of dying. Then that'll be funny. Then that'll be funny. Oh my gosh. Um Oh, but I have to tell you something that I learned at my Bible study. Something amazing happened. So I went to the Bible study yesterday, and I find out that this one girl comes in, and I haven't seen her in ages. She basically was leaving the group relatively after I joined. So she came in, and when she left, she was going to the hospital a couple times because she was having some weird health things going on. Well, it turns out this is insane. This is where we know that there's a God out there, because she said that it turns out she had an autoimmune disease. Okay, and she's pretty young too, so it's like a big deal. But she said that she was healed. She said that she's been having some medical things going on. A couple things. She was having spine problems, so she would have like back pain. She would have this autoimmune disease, which was putting her in the hospital. She has an allergy to nuts, and she could never smell in her entire life. Well, apparently God healed her of all four things. because she told us, like, I don't remember the whole story, but basically she said she was praying with some people one day and they were just praying for her. And then all of a sudden, like the pain in her back was gone. And her apparently her autoimmune disease healed then too. And then and she kind of like had this feeling that they should keep praying, so they kept praying, and like more, and like she all of a sudden could smell things. And then she said that she was praying to God another day and said, Lord, basically was asking the Lord what to do with your life, or like if there was other signs basically. And this random kid or someone just walks up to her and says, I felt the Lord, like, let me try this again. Some random person walked up to her and said, I don't know why, but I feel like the Lord wanted me to give this to you. And it was a chocolate bar with walnuts, I think it was walnuts, that she was allergic to. So, thinking that was the Lord, she ate it. And to her surprise, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, like, all of this woman, this random, this, not random, but this woman was healed of 4 things: an autoimmune disease, a spinal problem, her ability to smell is restored, and her nut allergy is gone. What the heck? That is like pure movie. It was so cool to hear. It's like, oh my gosh, you hear that, you hear that on Facebook. You watch the movie and you're like, oh, okay, that's a cool story. But you never think that you're gonna be like, like in a community, or like you're gonna be with that group of people when that thing happens. You always think it's like a distance kind of thing, like this person in Africa, this person in Russia, this person in Japan. Not like this person at a church that I am going to in Ohio. It was so cool to hear. So if you're not on the fence, I don't know if you're on the fence or not that God exists, especially you, Mr. Gloves. I don't know what you stand, but there is a God out there. There is a God out there. Yeah, it was insane. Just like it was truly a miracle. And it's not like a weird church either. It's not like those weird ones where they're like, okay, speak into the microphone, and then like the person's shaking, and it's not like that. It's a really grounded in God church. Like really, you have a sense that the people there truthfully follow God, and you don't have the sense that there's anything creepy at all. It's just a regular church. No people on the floor spasming out because it's like the Holy Spirit or whatever. No, no, no. What is that called? What is that called? Like that thing where like people like talk, but they're like, what is that called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but the person who's giving me car rides said that the church he used to go to did that. I can't remember what it's called. But you know what I mean? It was just like, wow, praise be to the God of heaven. That's exciting. Now she has more tools and resources with which to serve the Lord. Praying in tongues. Yes, that was it. Praying in tongues. Thank you. I've been here. No praying in tongues. No weird voodoo magic. Nothing like that. It's just a regular church, and this girl was healed, and it's like, wow. It man. She was actually even more interesting than that. I found out because I didn't really talk to her beforehand. I think the only time I talked to her was like the first time that I went, and I didn't know to bring a Bible. So she was like, hey, do you have a Bible? And I was like, yes, but I didn't bring it. So she let me use hers. So that was like the only time I've ever talked to her. But apparently, she has also had some very interesting experiences, like in the sense, like, I don't know. I've told y'all about some of the things, like the interesting things I think that have happened in my life, supernaturally speaking. And I kind of thought I was the only one, but apparently she's also kind of had demonic experiences where she would have to call on the name of the Lord for this like feeling, or this, or basically for her like anxiety, or also in her case nightmares she has been having, which feel more demonic. And it was like, wow, that's interesting, because I was like, I didn't expect that. So it was like, it's like from one person who's kind of gone through weird things like that to another. It's like, hey, let's talk back. Let's share info. And to my absolute surprise, I ended up speaking out about this. She was like, like I don't really know anyone who's going through this, and she was like, I don't really know the answers either. And this was like during a group of like 20 people, and I've never done this before. But I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, I know exactly. Like I know this stuff. So I spoke. I was like, I might have the answer. And apparently, what I said is something that she was learning about. So she might be texting me about this kind of stuff. And it's like, whoa, okay. And this one afternoon, we're finding out amazing things about her. I'm finding out amazing things, like people actually like that exist. And now this person is coming to me for knowledge. And that's never happened before. I've never done that in my life. So it's like, whoa, this is just kind of cool, to be that person that people go to for wisdom. It's like she might actually do that. So it's like, what? What is happening? So yeah, a lot of crazy things have been happening. You went to a Bible study without a Bible with which to study? No, wait. When yes, I did. I didn't know, okay? I didn't know any better. I was nervous. Like the first couple weeks going there, my stress levels were up here because because they read like 2 verses a day. Like, there would be like a chapter and like every person would have to read like 2 or 3 verses. My stress levels went up here and I was this close to not going anymore. But then I pushed myself and now I'm making myself read from this like big book. It's like this big. Okay, not this, a big thick book. And we all have to read like a paragraph or whatever. So it's like, growth. Really cool growth. And it's like, wow. Yeah, you really have learned and grown since then. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know. It's like yeah, all him. All him. But yeah, it was just a very eventful day yesterday. A very good and eventful day yesterday. And oh, I don't know if Mr. T, if you're here or not, but I did introduce the group to raw milk because we drink raw milk. We were in a raw milk group, and someone there was interested in finding out about it. So I brought him a half a gallon. And then there just happened to be cups out. So everyone was like, you want to try some raw milk? So we just poured like, I don't know, 10, 20 cups of it. And everyone was like drinking it like, wow, this tastes really good. So it's like, oh, wow, cool, straight from the cow kind of a thing. And to my surprise, this person, I really hope I didn't say his name. I mean, it's a pretty common name. This person's wife was like actually explained why it's now pasteurized, which was actually really interesting. But anyway, it was just like, wow, this is like I don't know. I've wanted people to eat healthier, and I personally believe that if it comes straight from the source and not like through like 120 different machines that make it better, I don't think that's a good thing. So it's like, whoa, this is just really cool. You want to try some raw milk? The most Midwest question to ask a group. Yeah, the most Midwest question. Are you saying Midwest as in terms of where the states is? Because Ohio's not exactly. Is it west? Wait, which way is west? Gosh darn it. Okay. West, I thought, if you looked at a map and Ohio's here, I thought west was that way. So technically it's not on it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, they all tried raw milk and they liked it. So it's like, awesome. Ohio's part of the Midwest. Really? Okay. I need to look at a map then. But yeah, it was just really cool. That was really cool. I talked to people. That was cool. And yeah, I miss Menards. I haven't been in one of those in ages. 750. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, Midwest of the U.S. is more east than you think due to how the nation started and grew. Interesting. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And Culver's. I've never heard of a Culver's. That must be more Midwest than I am. Anyway, but yeah, it was just really cool. A really cool day, and just I'm so glad. It seems like things are happening. Good things are happening. So yeah. I still can't believe that woman was healed. Like, it's like, wow, that's insane. Was that everything? Culver's is from Wisconsin. They have good cheese curds. Wisconsin. Okay, that's cool. I've never been to Wisconsin, so I don't know, but that's okay. And speaking of, how do I do this? I don't want to mess with the audio pro much. I'm going to move it and then move the computer because today is, oops. Oh no, we're good, 71%. Okay. Today is a special day because, like I said last stream, I could go for some Cheez-Its. Oh, Cheez-Its. I forgot that was a thing. I don't eat Cheez-Its. But yeah, don't mind the not finished bed. I guess it's better than a finished but messy bed. But yes, today, okay, I haven't completely learned it, but I have learned a decent amount of Gangster's Paradise, which means that we have a new song to play on the piano. And it's super nice, because I'm sure there was at least one person thinking, oh, great, not Maple Leaf again. But yeah, I know how to play. Is this loud enough? Or is it too quiet? Because I can turn it up a little more. Okay, so here we go. I'm a little nervous because, so obviously I don't know the whole thing. I know a little bit on this hand, a little bit on this hand. I can do both of it, but it's still very, very in the early stages of development, you can say. I think I know a lot, but it's still like, I don't know all of it. Anywho, keyboard time for Gangster's Paradise, which is a song I love, and I actually played it last week in my friend's car as we were heading back to my house, and he apparently has the bass set to like max, so it was amazing. Oh my goodness. But here we go. And I'm not gonna try to sing it because I don't think I could do that, singing and doing this at the same time. So here we go. What? Wait. Oh, that's it. I don't know if this is right. And this is where the two-handed steps. And then if I skip ahead a little. There we go. I know more of it. I'm so happy. Look up Pastime Paradise by Steve Wonder. That's where they sampled Gangsta's Paradise. I've heard it. I actually heard it. I heard like a bit of it. It was like a YouTube short. But yeah, it sounded nice. I have to admit, I like Gangsta's Paradise better. Or if I really want to be homeschooled, I could say I like Amish Paradise better because that one was funny. But Gangsta's Paradise was the best out of the three. I know a little more, I think, right? Oh, wait. I don't think I'm doing that right, but I basically know it. It's so good. It is so good. And yeah, I didn't learn. I'm forgetting the things I'm learning, but yeah, someday, hopefully next live stream, I will be able to play the whole thing. Maybe even with singing it, because it sounds a little repetitive when you don't have the words. But still, there's a new song. We have a new song to play. Oh my gosh! I didn't think this day would come. I never thought this day would come where I would have a song that's not this. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but I'm sure some people are tired of it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do the foot play. Mess that up. But still, new song hype! It's so cool. I love Gangsta's Paradise. I listened to it once and I fell in love with it. In fact, this is I made this like, I don't know, more than a month ago. This is the rhythm that I had to follow for like that first half, like the two-handed part. It was actually a pretty decent rhythm. You do like, both hand and then the left hand and then right hand. Right? No, and then no. Yeah, so both hands, one hand, both hands, one hand, both hands, one hand. So yeah, it was this pattern that I had to learn, which I drew. And yeah, so I love it. I just love it so much. Drat. I messed it up. But still. Finally remember that Mother's Day is this Sunday. Is in this Sunday. Oh, that's good to know. I should do something for my mother. Did I try that? I should do something for my. Everyone think of something cool to do for your mother for Mother's Day. because yes, it is coming up. And with that, it's already been an hour. Holy cow. What is this on? Oh. Ah! It's moving. I'm so sorry for that. The thing moved. But yeah. Happy Mother's Day to Mother if she's watching. Yes, I don't know. She's door dashing, so she's probably focused on that. Yeah. But either way, yeah. If you're watching, Mother, hi! Happy Mother's Day! And if you're not, then what should I do, chat? What should I do? What should I do for her? That'd be really cool. What should I do? Either way, with that, I guess I don't want it to be over because it feels like it's been a long time since the last live stream, and yet it's only been a month. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. Next live stream is next Tuesday, and the next Tuesday of the next month, which should be June. Oh, I forgot to say this, which I'll explain more next month. I should be getting a Switch next month. So that's another story for another time, but yeah. Hope maybe next month, if I can figure out how to use it when I get it. Anyone who has a Switch, we can play the Switch together or whatever. But yeah, and on that, I will see you next month, the Tuesday of the month, unless something crazy happens. You should surprise her, but with a more pleasant surprise than one that begins with "Hey." Oh my gosh, what was that laugh? I can't laugh anymore. That was supposed to be a genuine laugh, but it just went. But anyway, let me try that again. Wait, no, it's gone. But yeah, you break a branch off a tree. That would be interesting. Break a branch off a tree. I don't know what that's from, but yeah, for real, that would be hysterical. Oh my gosh, with a more pleasant surprise than the one that begins with "Hey, buddy." Oh my gosh, that's your Switch. You break a branch off a tree. It's my Switch. Oh, like you swish it. June 3rd is the tentative date for the next live stream. Excellent. June 3rd. Excellent. So yeah, haha, that's a good one, Chris. Yeah, you break a branch off a tree. That's your Switch. I don't get it, honestly, but I think I get it because it makes a swish sound. Anyway, oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay, wait. I need to write that down for the next live stream. Quick, the Switch and the Portal game. My friend introduced me to the Portal game. I don't know what it's called, but Portal 1, Portal 2. And we played it for an hour, and my brain got deep fried. I felt like I stepped out of the Matrix, oh, my brain. But yeah, they used to use a Switch that was a tree branch for corporal punishment back in the day. Oh, oh, Nelly, that's, what? Why would I give that to Mother? Ask one of your parents. Interesting. Okay, okay, I don't know why I would give that to her. Why I'd give her a branch to do that. But okay, that's an interesting idea for Mother's Day. I'll write it down somewhere. And with that, unfortunately, it's time to head out. So, oh, I thought I heard Mother driving in, but it wasn't her. Anywho, it's a gift. It's not a gift. It's a joke. Okay, it's not a gift. It's a joke. Okay, and with that, it's time to head out. That would be an. Oh my gosh! The Ackman here, that would be a Nintendo Switch. Oh my gosh. Wait, I gotta screenshot that. That best wrong one. That was the best comment of the night. Yakman here. That would be the Nintendo Don't Switch. Oh my gosh. Okay. Before we get too sidetracked, I must head out. So thank you very much for watching. Praise the Lord for that woman. I don't know if I can say her name. Let's call her Ellie. Let's just call her Ellie. Please pray for Ellie as she, because, it's now more than ever we should pray for her because, a miracle happened. So either, just pray for her more so that she'll get more blessed. And maybe we should pray for her right now. I kind of feel like we should do that. Okay, I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to wrap this up. Okay, so Heavenly Father Yahweh, we thank you very much for restoring this person whom we call Ellie. We thank you for restoring her body. We thank you very much that she's no longer in pain and that these diseases and allergies are just gone. And we pray you will protect her and bless her. Help the enemy to not target her more because of this. We pray that she will only serve you and praise you more, and that her story and her testimony will bring more to you. Your will be done, Lord. Amen. Okay. Thank you for watching. June 3rd, yes, is the next live stream. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next live stream. And yeah. Wait, what was my intro? I will see you in the next Crime Mini video. Send me a reminder. I will absolutely send you a reminder. I'm going to put it in my phone right now. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay original. Bye. Bye.